Diode Dynamics C2 2.0 pod is not just an upgrade, it is an absolute game changer. You get optimized beam patterns, more adjustability, and more power. Everything about this light was designed to push your lighting performance to the next level. And I was able to lock in a discount. If you're interested in the best price for pro level lighting, these are the ones to get. They'll be linked in the description as well as in the pinned comment. But with that being said, let's get into the unboxing and see what you actually get in the kit. As soon as you open the box, you're greeted with the two pods. I actually owned the first generation of these lights. And as soon as I got them out the box, I could tell right away how much better these were going to be than the previous generation. The new finish is way cleaner. It looks more modern, and honestly, it feels a lot more premium. I also love the subtle branding. Their logo is placed on different parts of the pod, which is a nice little touch. One of the biggest improvements you'll notice right away is the redesigned mounting system. It now allows multiple height positions and angle adjustments, so you can really dial it in exactly how you want. Inside the box, you also get two hardware bags, one for each pod. Each bag includes everything you need to mount the pod almost anywhere you want, plus the main mount that attaches directly to the pod itself. As crazy as it sounds, even the mount feels like it's been upgraded. It feels stronger, a cleaner design, and it's way easier to work with. Now that we've unboxed the lights, let's go ahead and install them on the truck to see what they can actually do. So I'm going to show you a few different mounting options to give you an idea of how versatile this new pod actually is. First up, ditch lights. Installation is simple. Take the bolt and the nut, run it through the C2 pod bracket, and then run it through your ditch light bracket. Hand tighten everything for now, just because you're going to want to make your final adjustments later. Next, on the pod itself, you have three different height options. For this setup, I'm going to go with the highest position. The bolts for this come in the hardware bag. Again, hand tight for now, so you can fine tune the angle once everything's wired up. They're way more compact than a lot of the big bulky pods out there. It's perfect if you want a ditch light without a huge footprint. Using them as ditch lights are definitely an option. But me personally, I have a bunch of lights on the back of my truck, so it's as easy as unplugging one light and plugging these bad boys in. So let's go ahead and put these on the back of the truck and see what they can do. There are a few different configurations you can get with this light. Me personally, I went with a white lens with a red backlight. Now, on the back of my truck, that works as an extra brake light. If you want to run these up front as a ditch light, then you can definitely run them with an amber lens and an amber backlight. It really depends on you, and I'm so happy I have different ways to show you this light, just so you can get a real idea of what or where you would want to put this light at. Another really cool mounting spot is on top of a bed rack. Me personally, I think if you're going to mount the light low, it's more so to help when you're in reverse as a reverse light. But if you mount it higher, it can definitely help with things like camp. In my case, I need it. A lot of the time I forget to charge my lights, and in a pickle, I can just turn my truck on and use these to light up a wider area. It's time to get them out there and see how good of an upgrade this is. I cannot wait to show you. I'm going to let the footage play in the background, but while you're watching this, I want to break down what's actually new about this redesign, why it matters, and if it's worth the upgrade. Short answer, yes, but let me explain why. First up, you get more power. The new C2 2.0 pod comes in Sport Pro in the brand new Max version, which pushes up to 3,900 lumens. That's a serious jump in output, giving you way more usable light than the first generation. They've also completely redesigned the combo optic. The beam is more usable, it has less wasted light, and it has way better spread. More focus where you need it. Combine that with a re-engineered PCB that boosts intensity by up to 121%. You've got a light that not only goes farther, but actually helps you see better at night. The housing itself, it got a major upgrade. It's fully configurable. You can adjust the pod's angle, height, orientation thanks to the updated bracket design. You can even flip it for upside down installs or fine tune with multiple mounting points. When I mounted it under the truck, it was actually flipped upside down, which is super cool. Soon enough, they're gonna release their patent pending crosslink system, which lets you link multiple pods together. that is absolute money. The beam patterns have also been optimized across the board. So whether you're using them as ditch lights, rear lighting, or on a roof rack, you'll get a cleaner, more effective light output. And if you want better performance in fog or dusty conditions, they've added a new true amber cover. Now to me, that is such a cool feature because if you get them in white and you really like that white output, you don't really see that much dust or fog, but every now and then, you know, it just happens. You can snap those covers on and you're good to go. So the $1,000,000 question, is it worth the upgrade? In my opinion, it's an absolute outstanding yes. This is a whole new light and it is here to prove a point. If you're interested in upgrading your lights, these are worth taking a gander at. Again, linked in the description and in the pinned comment. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.